What if the deadliest sniper alive became your wingman? This all started on the battlefield, where a legendary sniper reigned. No one targeted by him has ever survived. The sniper who built a mountain of corpses is now
the 13th Devil, the Black Scorpion, the Mystic Marksman. You've got quite the list of aliases. So, what should I call you?
Call me whatever you want. I'm just a ghost.
A ghost, huh? As in the unseen one. Perfect. A fitting name for the deadliest sniper alive.
Ghost is now debuting as a hitman. His first contract: immigrate to Japan and assassinate the daughter of a corporate mogul. She's the daughter of a family that's earned the hatred of the underworld. Now there's an enormous bounty on her head, but she is no easy target. Her bodyguards are elite. Every assassination attempt so far has failed. But for Ghost, this should be easy. A single shot is all he needs. Ghost watches from a distant mountain. His scope is fixed on the girl as she exits the vehicle. Her name is Mayumi Yumiki. Her security is flawless, every angle covered, every move anticipated. So Ghost waits until she's inside the school, away from the guards.
Battlefield or Japan, it makes no difference. Just eliminate the target.
Ghost has a clear shot, yet he hesitates. He keeps watching, maybe out of guilt, or maybe searching for a reason to hate her. Something to make it easier to kill her. But instead, he sees something else. She helps an elderly teacher carry supplies. She weeds the school garden with care. She rescues a frightened cat stuck in a tree.
She seems like a really sweet girl. No, I'm a cold-blooded sniper. I don't sympathize with targets.
He takes another look through the scope. This time, a baseball rolls to a stop near Yumiki's feet. She picks it up. It came from a boy, a student from the baseball club. Yumiki walks over and hands it back to him. But then, the boy notices something. There's a scrape on her knee. Without hesitation, he pulls out a small bandage from his pocket, crouches down, and begins to gently patch up her wound. Yumiki freezes. She blushes hard, completely shaken by what just happened. The boy simply smiles, waves at her cheerfully, and jogs back to practice, thanking her for returning the ball. She sits down slowly, face turning red, hiding behind her hands. Ghost watches the entire thing unfold through his scope.
Come on, you're making it harder to kill you.
Are they dating? Is he important to her? 1,000 questions storm through his mind. He keeps watching. All day, it becomes clear. Yumiki is developing a crush. Ghost, without even realizing, gets completely invested in the slow-blooming romance happening in front of him. He loses track of time, until…
Ghost, what's the situation?
Let's see.
Yumiki is now watching the boy practice from behind the school fence. He jogs over toward her. She straightens up, hopeful, but he simply grabs a ball resting near her feet and jogs away again without saying a word. Her face drops. She quietly turns around and walks off, clearly disappointed.
Just a little more courage. Just say hi or something.
What the hell are you talking about? Finish the job already. We could use that bounty for a nice vacation.
He didn't know he could get distracted this easily. Romance was never supposed to enter the equation. Ghost returned to his scope and saw that the target's love interest had collapsed on the floor. Students rushed to carry him to the infirmary. Ghost was desperate to know what had happened. Luckily, his lip-reading skills came in clutch.
Sorry for causing you trouble.
Please don't worry about it. I'm on the health committee.
I keep showing my pathetic side to you. I'm too weak for sports, always stuck on the bench.
Good. I can read their lips.
That's not true at all. No matter how difficult things get, you never give up. Your determination gives me courage. So please, don't call yourself pathetic anymore.
Yumiki, your hands.
Oh my.
The
I'm
two of them
terribly
turn away
sorry.
in embarrassment,
How unladylike.
cheeks glowing red. Ghost stares through the scope, speechless. He slowly lowers the rifle, stands up, and looks at the sky. The sun peeks through the clouds, the wind stirs the leaves gently,
So pure.
birds sing in the silence. After school, Yumiki offered the boy a ride home in her limousine.
May I give
But
you
the
a
boy
ride
hesitated,
home?
blinded by the difference in their worlds. He declined, but Yumiki insisted.
That's not permitted. Miss Mayumi is a potential target. Even if he is your schoolmate, such close contact cannot be allowed.
Geez, I was merely trying
What
to...
I forbid remains forbidden.
It's okay. I can get home by myself.
But your health condition...
This old geezer is such a damn nuisance. Things were just getting good. She finally worked up the courage to ask him.
From a mountain far away, Ghost tightened his grip on the sniper rifle. He narrowed his eyes and lined up a shot, not at the people, but at the sharp edge of a nearby metal fence. Bang! The bullet struck. The ricochet hit the limousine's tire. Air hissed and deflated.
The tire's gone flat.
Amidst the confusion, Yumiki seized her moment.
The car
She
can't
snatched her
move.
bag from
Guess
her
we'll have to
bodyguard,
walk
took the
home.
boy's hand, and
Yumiki?
started running.
It can't be helped. Reposition the security detail.
Understood.
Back on the mountain, Ghost watched them disappear down the road, hand
Excellent.
in hand.
They're getting closer. What the hell am I doing?
He didn't understand. Why couldn't he take his eyes off them? They were strangers. Their love story shouldn't matter. And yet, he was hooked, like a sniper lost in the scope of someone else's movie. Rain started falling outside the school hall. Ghost spotted Yumiki's umbrella left outside and shot it without hesitation. Another subtle sabotage. She couldn't leave without getting soaked. But then, the boy appeared beside her. He held out his umbrella wordlessly, and they walked home together. The next day, the two of them were assigned to sort equipment inside the gym's storage room. Stacks of mats, boxes of old jerseys, and tangled nets surrounded them. Ghost had shot the lock. They tried opening it, but it wouldn't budge. So the boy lifted Yumiki onto his shoulders, trying to reach the small window above. But she slipped. She fell on top of him. Their faces close, eyes locked, breathing shallow. But then, the old security chief opened the door. The boy scrambled to his feet and gave a quick bow, then ran. After school, the boy approached
If you'd like,
Yumiki
please
again,
come
his
watch my
baseball
game
cap in
tomorrow.
hand.
Of course, I'll be there to cheer you on. Would you like to go out together on our next day off? I'll have security with me, so it might be restrictive.
It would be my honor.
Ghost, watching from the mountain, was speechless.
What a beautiful relationship, blossoming before me.
Ghost, stop playing around. Don't tell me you've lost your nerve.
It's not that. The target is proving more difficult than anticipated.
Your deadline is tomorrow. If you haven't finished the job by then, you'll be terminated. Show me your resolve, Ghost of the battlefield.
This was his last day, one final chance to eliminate the target. At the game, Ghost was positioned on a rooftop, the perfect vantage point. Through the scope, Yumiki sat surrounded by her guards. She looked peaceful, unaware of the danger. He had a clean shot. His finger moved toward the trigger.
Professional pinch hitter number 17, Matoba.
Ghost froze. The target's love interest was up next. Ghost stood up, worried if Matoba could pull it off, especially with his crush watching. He considered helping. A single rubber bullet enough to strike the ball mid-air and guide it into a home run.
The pitcher's fastball averages 115 kilometers per hour. The
Go,
calculated
Matoba.
trajectory is...
You can do it.
Ghost stopped. His breath caught. Through the scope, he saw her eyes shining, heart open, voice echoing with genuine belief. He watched Matoba swing. The ball soared. It climbed high into the sky, even passing near Ghost's rooftop, close enough to brush past his face. A long time ago, back when he was just a boy, the kid who never got to play, always on the sidelines, always watching. That's why he joined the military. He thought it would earn him respect, purpose, a name, and it did. He had the talent. He became feared, deadly. But as the bodies piled up, so did the whispers. He couldn't sleep without drinking, couldn't function without orders. Now that the war was over, he was no longer useful.
Was
He
there
had
any
become
meaning to
weightless,
war?
a drifting
The public
shadow,
has been raising
no light,
questions.
no reason. Until the day he met the boss in a dark alleyway, soaked in rain. He made him an offer, a job as a
for this
hitman.
line of work.
He took the job, not because he believed in it, but because he had nothing left. He told himself he was a villain now, that it was easier that way. But if he truly were the kind of man who could kill an innocent child, then he wouldn't be suffering like this. Somewhere else, Yumiki and Matoba had slipped away from their security. Just this once, they wanted time alone. The sunset painted the sky gold as they stood side by side, breathless from running. Yumiki took a deep breath, gathering the courage to confess, but before she could speak, the sound of screeching tires broke the moment. Black vans slammed to a stop. Multiple men in suits emerged, fast and efficient, sent by the boss. There was no time to run. Yumiki and Matoba were taken. It was nighttime at the port. The sea was quiet, but the air was heavy. Containers stacked like metal tombstones, lit by pale yellow lamps. That's where they took them. Yumiki and Matoba were forced to their knees on the cold pavement, surrounded by armed men. Their hands were tied. Escape was impossible. One of the grunts, scratching his head, muttered a question. Why not just kill the girl and be done with it?
You idiot. We went through all the trouble to catch her alive. Our client specifically asked for a slow, painful death.
Yumiki flinched. The other grunts started laughing. Said if she wanted someone to blame her father. His company had crushed the client's territory.
Hey, let Yumiki go, you bastards!
The boss turned without warning. He raised his gun and pointed it straight at Matoba's head. No bluff. He asked if the kid thought this was a toy. Yumiki begged them to let Matoba go. She cried that he had nothing to do with this. But instead, one of the grunts grabbed her by the hair, yanking her back. He smirked and asked if they should just play with her instead.
Hey, I said let her go.
The boss chuckled, amused by the guts of the boy in front of him. So he made a decision. He ordered his men to bring out a fighter, a towering, muscular
Beat him
enforcer.
and I'll let her go.
The brute stepped forward. No warm-up, no warning. The first punch drove into Matoba's stomach, dropping him to the asphalt.
I'm begging you.
Matoba writhed on the ground, trying to get up.
What happens to
The
me.
brute kicked him again,
If you're going to do
a
something,
merciless blow
do
to
it
the
to me.
ribs. Matoba
I'm
pushed
begging
himself up, barely. He swung a punch. It landed, but the brute didn't even flinch. He grinned, unbothered. The other men laughed at the pathetic display, until the brute was knocked sideways. Everyone froze. The man's body had been sent flying.
Huh? What kind of physics is that?
One grunt raised his gun at Matoba, only to be shot down instantly.
What the hell is this? Is this some kind of superpowers?
Of course not. It's from a sniper. Rubber bullets? Is he mocking us?
Sorry I'm late.
Yumiki took her chance. She ran to Matoba, collapsed beside him, clutching him in tears. More grunts moved in, more bodies dropped. None of them had time to scream.
That bastard betrayed us. Check the rooftops.
They scattered, too late. The team was wiped out within seconds. Only the boss remained. He caught a glint of light on top of a container and fired, but it was just a mirror. While scanning the skyline, he didn't notice the manhole cover behind him slowly slide open. Ghost emerged from the shadows. He raised the gun. The boss felt it, but not fast enough. It was over. Moments later, the girls' security team arrived, sweeping the area. Yumiki and Matoba were safe. Ghost slipped back into the manhole. Down into the dark. The sewer was quiet. Water dripped, footsteps echoed. He walked alone. Then, a click behind him. Cold steel touched the back of his head. It was the old geezer.
It's because of scum like you that Miss Mayumi can't live a normal life.
Ghost didn't fight back. He simply raised his hands, ready to face the consequences. But as seconds passed, nothing happened. Instead, the old geezer looked at him and asked a question.
Why did you help them?
There's one thing I've come to understand. Their love is light.
I see.
Days passed. Morning light spilled through the limousine windows as it rolled down the familiar road to school. Inside, Yumiki sat quietly, staring out at nothing. Then she spoke. She opened up to the old geezer, the one who'd protected her for years. The incident had changed her, opened her eyes, that maybe. Her very existence only brought misfortune. And with that thought came fear. She gripped the hem of her skirt tightly, worried that if Matoba stayed by her side, he'd only be dragged into more danger. The old man didn't respond right away. He saw her through the rearview mirror, and for a moment, his stern expression broke into something softer, something sad. The limousine came to a stop. They had arrived at the school gate, and there he was, bruised, bandaged, waiting. Mutoba stood tall, like nothing could knock him down again.
Would you go to school with me?
Yumiki's eyes welled with tears. Her lips parted, trembling, about to say no, to protect him, to distance herself. But before she could...
Miss Mayumi, please allow yourself to enjoy simple happiness. Your safety will be guaranteed by us.
Up above, on the rooftop, a lone figure watched. He said nothing, did nothing, just stood silently with his rifle on his back. It seemed he had been hired again, this time not as a killer, but as a guardian. He watched them walk away, hand in hand, together, and for once, he allowed himself a small smile. Thank you for watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you want more content like this.